Les premiers cochons présents sur la Grande Terre sont finalement les deux premiers cochons que James Cook a...
The first pigs brought to New Caledonia's main island were introduced by Captain James Cook in 1774 at Ballad Beach near Pueblo village on the northeastern coast. These two probably domestic specimens were the ancestors of the current feral population in New Caledonia and its islands. Several reasons can explain why these pigs proliferated. Firstly, they found suitable habitats and plenty of food in New Caledonia. Secondly, being omnivorous, pigs can eat anything they can find in both forest and urban environments. Thirdly, pigs can breed extremely fast. A female can carry young at the age of 7 months and produce 2 litters of around 5 piglets every year. Pigs are also valued by local hunters and for their meat, a popular product. However, pigs are also a serious threat to traditional crop fields located near the forest and to the rainforest environment, where pigs can damage the forest understory.
Here you can see, some pigs came last night, but we can see their footprints. I am tired of replanting my manioc each time. Now I have no choice but to replant again. There on the ground are some of my crops. The pigs have eaten some parts and left the rest. This is the same for my yams. They usually come at night and dig out the yams, and they eat a part and waste the rest. I have to replant again.
Voilà. Là, c'est obligé de replanter. L'engin, là, il y a toujours les traces de cochons. Là. Je sais pas faire quoi. Là, il faut tout replanter.
In the past, we used to have our traditional fields on the mountain side. Since the 80s, we have had to move them very close to the tribe, next to the houses or the road. This allows us to better watch and protect our crops during the night. It seems that pigs wait for the time when the crops become edible to come and eat them. They are capable of eating all the water taro and mountain taro on the hillsides. They uproot everything and we have nothing left to replant. That's why people are giving up with replanting here. Traditional pig hunting and trapping activities are not sufficient to control feral pig populations to a level that efficiently protects our crop fields.
This is the third day in a row that the pigs have come and destroyed my crops. They uproot the crops, eat part of them and just leave the rest. Last week there were so many pigs that I had almost nothing left in my taro field further inland. I could not harvest anything to eat and to present a tribal ceremony. There's nothing left, so we have to move our field closer to the village.
Nowadays, traditional hunting and trapping activities are not sufficient to effectively reduce the feral pig populations present in the forest. The pig is a smart animal which can rapidly adapt to hunting pressure. This is why the New Caledonia Nature Conservancy has developed 2 different kinds of trap. The objective is to improve the control of the pig population by combining these traps with existing hunting practices. The advantages of these traps compared to hunting are their price, as they're not very expensive, and the fact that the traps are effective anywhere by day and by night. Snare is the first trap that we developed. The material needed to make this trap is just a 4-meter long rope, 8 millimeters in diameter. This is an interception live trap designed to catch animals moving along a track.
To make a rope snare, you have to make a slip knot at both ends of the rope and then make a noose. The slip knot must tension itself under the pig traction. The noose and the slip knot are designed to stay tight even when the pig stops pulling. The noose must close itself automatically without any resistance when the pig is pulling. It's tightened around the neck by the slip knot.
No bait is needed for this trap, so that rope snare can be used anywhere, either in the forest or near the crop fields in order to protect them.
Where to set the snare? The snare should be placed on paths frequently used by pigs, on paths not frequented by people, on narrow paths between two trees if possible, on densely vegetated paths, and close to a solid tree. When setting the snare, in order to prevent the pigs becoming suspicious, do not cut any vegetation, do not have any dog around, do not leave any sign of your presence, such as cigarette butts or urine. Use the first noose to attach the rope snare by tightening it around a solid tree. Add a button to the knot to make its removal easier. The noose of the rope snare should not exceed 30 cm wide. The noose must hang at approximately 20 cm height, a hand's height. If terrain is steep, set the bottom of the noose just off the ground. To hold the noose in place, attach it directly to vegetation or to support sticks. The loop must be maintained in place by natural, fragile, and easy to break elements, like young plants. Check the snare twice per week without any dog and from a distance.
The rope snare is simple to set up and inexpensive, coming in at less than $2 per trap. The second trap we've developed is a live capture cage with a guillotine type door. This cage trap is an attraction trap using bait, such as bananas or coconuts or corn. So the cage trap must not be set near the crop fields to avoid bringing the pigs in close to them. It should be used in the forest to capture the pigs before they reach the fields.
Assembling the cage. Remove the inner panel and the end panel of the gabion basket. Close and tie up the sides to make a cage. Use double loops of tying wire every 2 meshes with at least 5 loops per meter. Place and tie the door frame to the cage in the same way as the sides. The shade cloth prevents seeing through the door. It prevents the pig from ramming the door once trapped. Note: for the bottom of the door, turn the cage upside down to tie the door frame to the cage. The wire ties are pointing downwards when the cage is up the right way, so as not to hurt the pig when it gets into the cage. Making the trigger. Place the end of the chain over the steer rod 3 cm from the end of the rod and weld together. Fix the other end of the chain to the bottom of the cabin basket with tying wire. Fix the chain 2 to 3 mesh width away from the end panel. Tie one end of the synthetic rope to the chain leak and the other one to the bottom of the mobile door.
Au bas de la porte guillotine mobile.
Placing the trap on the ground. The cage trap must be placed on a flat ground. Level the ground if needed and bury the cage so that it is slightly below the soil surface. To fix the trap to the ground, drive the rebar rods into the ground and tie them to the outside of the cage. Do this in pairs to tension the cage. Pre-baiting. Bait the trap without setting it. Tie and leave the door open until the pigs are used to coming close to or into the cage. Place the bait around the trap at a distance of 10 to 30 meters from the entrance and under the trigger. Check the trap once a week from a distance and without any dog present. When the pigs are familiarized, set the trap. Place the bait under the trigger and hook the rope to the end of the steer rod through the chain link to keep the door open. Check the trap twice a week from a distance and without any dog present.
The advantage of this cage trap is that it systematically catches and keeps pigs alive for longer, even if the traps need to be regularly checked. This trap costs approximately $150 US.
I have already trapped 10 pigs with snare and 5 more with a cage trap.